Hello, hello, all. Welcome. Thanks for tuning in. Super excited to have you all with us. I'm Melanie Naranjo, VP of People here at Athena, where we do everything from compliance training to hotline and case management. And I am so thrilled to be chatting with one of our very own customers today, Zoe Johannes, Head of People and Recruiting at Superhuman. Zoe, I want to say first and foremost, thank you so much for chatting with us. We love highlighting our incredible customers, learning from their experiences, and sharing their stories with our wider community. With that said, I would love to just jump right in. Zoe, tell us a little bit about yourself and a little bit about Superhuman. What do you all do?
Yeah, sure thing. Well, thank you for having me, y'all. It's great to be here and chat. I'm Zoe, she, her pronouns. I'm our head of people and recruiting at Superhuman. And we are a company that is focused on helping professionals end their day happier, more productive, and closer to achieving their potential. And today we are doing that to tackling everybody's favorite part of the workday. Am I right? Email. No, nobody? Okay. Well, through Superhuman, we hope to change that. We hope to make email a much more fun, collaborative, intuitive tool that you actually enjoy using and makes your day a little bit easier, not the other way around.
What a great summary, by the way. I have to say, sometimes I struggle with summarizing companies, and I talk to people too, where it's like, well, I don't know. And I talk to you did such a great job. Really well done. Very well prepared. I want to talk a little bit about compliance training. So we partner with you, obviously, as we mentioned, you're a customer, you partner with Athena, we do compliance training. And I just want to be so real for a second right now. Compliance training is not necessarily the reason that most people leaders wake up in the morning. Tell me if you disagree here, but like maybe not the reason you joined HR. And yet our customers tend to really love Athena. And so I would love to ask, especially as a customer who's been with us for going on 3 years now, I'd love to know what about Athena specifically has been working for you over the past years? Is it the admin side of things, the content side of things, something else?
Yeah, thanks for asking. So, the decision to join Athena actually predates me. So when I came to Superhuman, I took Athena trainings for the first time. And I was really struck by the content and the tone, I think specifically. And it takes a lot for me to be impressed by a compliance training. And I was. I thought that it was a really refreshing way of getting into the content. It got into some difficult stuff. It was really actionable. And it made it feel as important as we know it is in the people space. And so I felt really excited by that. And I felt like this was something I could go to the team and remind managers and actually uh, get some excitement about. Like, this is actually like something that's really going to help you out and help support your teams, and not have to like apologize or like, I know this is a lot. I felt like I could actually prioritize this and stand by it. So that was a reason why I was really excited to be with y'all, and why we stuck with you for so many years.
That is so relatable. And I'm sure anyone tuning in right now is sort of like, yes, nodding their heads. Because it's so true with compliance training. It often does feel like something that you have to get out of the way that is blocking you from achieving your actual goals. And to be able to actually incorporate it and make it something useful, engaging, enjoyable, it makes such a difference. I'm curious to know, so you all have an interesting journey with us. So originally when you joined, you didn't sign on with all of our training, our full training course catalog. But recently, I think you did join and take on our full course catalog. I'm curious to know, what was the impetus behind that change? What made you decide, you know what, we're going to move forward with all of the Athena compliance trainings?
Yeah, I think it was mainly trust built over having a few of your trainings go really well for the team, getting really good feedback about them, also feeling good about them, and seeing, I think, how you all have continued to improve and evolve the trainings. Even every time I take them every year, I notice small things that you've improved or added, or different color you've brought to the picture. And so I think that helped, just knowing you all had a really strong product. And then so when it came time for us to evaluate some other tools that we had, so we were using a different service for security training, for example, we thought it was a great opportunity to use Athena to really cut down on the number of tools we're using, the number of vendors we're partnering with. And we already had the trust in you all and kind of the level of quality we could expect, that it made it a really clear choice for us to sign up for the additional product.
Oh, I love that, and so relevant to right now because I think, more than ever, companies are sort of being forced to do more with less and to cut down and spend, and anytime you can consolidate, that's always gonna make your CFO and your CEO happy, so really love that, and I love too that you pointed out sort of the growth over time. I mean, you're in HR, you get it. I think there are many HR vendors out there that it's just this is what it is, take it or leave it. And there just isn't that much change over time. So it's really, for us, really exciting to hear that we were able to grow with you and that, as you as a company were growing, as your needs were changing, we were keeping it fresh and relevant and adapting. So warms my heart. Thank you for sharing that. So I have a bit of a spicy question to ask. I think anytime someone signs on with our full course catalog, the reality is that, we don't just do harassment prevention and DEI, which tends to be sort of like harassment prevention in particular is our flagship course. We also have courses around like data privacy and cybersecurity, and those tend to lean on other teams, not just the HR team. So whether you have a data privacy team or a compliance team, you sort of need to partner with them to get buy-in if you want to then sign on with Athena's full course catalog. I'm curious if you could walk us through that process and how that went for you and your teams. I believe you had to partner with your cybersecurity and data privacy teams. For anyone who's listening in on this call and sort of like, I love Athena and I want more, but I can't get buy-in from the teams. How did you go about getting that buy-in and making it happen?
Yeah, well, I'll say I'm lucky that I have a team that's really collaborative and I think trusts my judgment on this sort of stuff. So I can't pretend that I had to fight too hard. But I think the fact that they had taken the Athena trainings and also had a good experience helped. So when it was time to review the different products that we have, and I kind of brought this up, they were all very amenable to it already. And like, oh yeah, I think it was pretty good. Like I can see the use cases there. And I think especially we have a new compliance manager in the organization, which has been really fun for us for all sorts of reasons. But being able to partner with him and talk through kind of the benefits of being on one tool and platform and talking about why I liked Athena made it easy to make the case. And I think got him on board pretty simply.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so let me summarize to make sure I'm hearing correctly. It was sort of really leaning on this argument of consolidation and
Yeah.
simplification, and that really got the buy-in from the team. Okay. And if I heard you correctly, you kind of already had a little bit of buy-in because they liked Athena's trainings. Is that correct? You're sort of like, you've taken the trainings, you have trust.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Good way to summarize it.
Oh, I love that. Okay, that's very clever. So anyone tuning in, that's what you got to do, okay? Those are your starting points. So, sharp pivot. We know that you are also going to be launching our workplace violence prevention course soon. Talk to me a little bit about how you first learned about this new legal requirement in California.
Oh gosh. Oh man, it might have been from you all actually sending me a notification. I'm not sure.
Okay, that makes me very happy for the record that our customers stay up to date on compliance needs just by being on our newsletter. That's great.
Yeah, but I'll tell you, I'm based in New York City area, and the majority of my team is in San Francisco, and so I actually am not the first to hear about a lot of the stuff if it's new laws in California. It's just, not where my strength is, and so it was really helpful to hear about it and then know that you all were going to help us out and have a plan and help us to implement it. It takes a big load off, and California and New York are usually the states that have the most stuff come up, but it's other states too. Like we were just talking to our customer success person recently about making sure that employees in Illinois have the right sort of harassment training requirements met and things like that. So it's been really, really helpful the more we grow and have employees in different states, having a partner that helps us stay up to speed across the entire United States as we grow.
Oh, I love that. And can I ask just to double click on this? As you were thinking about this new requirement, what made it clear for you all that that you would tack this on to Athena's training suite as opposed to looking elsewhere, perhaps to fulfill this need?
Sure. I think you all just made it really easy and really actionable. So I loved specifically that you came with a template, you came with resources, and those were just part of the bundle. That wasn't even like to tack on to our bill or anything like that. That was just to help to support us. And that was so helpful that I think it was kind of our first inclination to go a little bit deeper and see what else you could offer to support us. So we actually didn't even look at other vendors. We just felt like you all would be the best choice to go forward.
Oh, I love that. And I do really have to give shout out to our internal teams for creating those resources. We are obsessed with creating all the free templates, all the free resources. We just sort of find that if you're going to be partnering with a compliance provider in general, wouldn't it be helpful to also be well educated, well resourced on all the things that sort of come around and beyond training, right? What templates you might need, what other resources or guidance you might need, webinars, all that stuff. So really appreciate hearing that is proving helpful. Okay, I've got one last question for you. So one of the questions that we get a ton from customers is around integrations. And listen, I get it. I'm in HR. If it doesn't integrate with your HRIS or whatever the case may be, it makes things really difficult. And so I'd love if you could just talk to us a little bit about your Rippling integration and how that's been working for you all.
It's a good question. I think it's mostly been okay. We've certainly had some bumps where things have broken and we've had to take a
Mhm.
look or go back in. And I don't know if this is on the Athena side or the Rippling side, but certainly there's been several times where I've had to reconnect it and reintegrate. But
Right.
I think for the most part, it works really well. And I think especially it's been working really well for onboarding. We've brought a lot of new folks on board recently and they've all been able to get into Athena really seamlessly. So that's been great.
Oh, I love that. It is so important to just have some of that stuff automated for you. I can't imagine having to manually assign this person's in California, this person's in New York. Make sure you assign them the right training. It's so nice just to have that automated and then bam, the trainings happen. Well, Zoe, I would just want to say thank you so much for having this call with us. Again, we really, really appreciate hearing from our customers, learning about their experience with Athena, how things are working out. Any final words for anyone in the audience, whether it be, someone who's considering using a compliance platform or someone who's wondering what are the questions that I should be asking? Any thoughts in particular for someone who may be in the shoes that you were a couple of years ago here?
Sure. I mean, the only thing we didn't talk about that I just want to give a quick shout out to is y'all's DEI trainings. I found them to be really informative, really thoughtful, and really great framing. It's a part of training that I care really deeply about, and it wasn't one that I was super eager to bring in a partner to run, to be honest with you, because they're so high stakes and it's so important to get it right. And Athena continues to impress me with just how you approach that content and the empathy you have for individuals. Going through those kind of trainings at wherever they are on their DEI journey. So that's been really, really awesome to have a partner that has such great content there as well. So thank you.
I love that so much, and I really just wanna give you a big old +1 there. DEI training is really so critical, both because you want it to be effective and actually impact change, and because you want it to actually message signal, that you care about this as a company, that you really put some thought into the training that you provided and the content that you put out there. Because if it's not of the right quality, you do lose that trust from your employees over time. So wow, that really means a lot to us. Thank you so much. Zoe, this has been such a great chat. Really appreciate you taking the time and really excited to keep this partnership moving forward.
Thank you so much for the time. It was great to speak with you.